Ah, Colorado. Beauty, sunshine, and lots of wide open spaces. Lots of people in America are wishing they could live here because of how great Colorado really is. While lots of places in Colorado are truly fabulous, there's also cities in the Centennial State that have some major issues. The worst parts of Colorado. You know when you see them. They're the parts of Colorado where you don't want to live, even if they are pretty and inexpensive. The goal today is to highlight the cities in Colorado that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad cities have. You know, where people are broke, crime is higher than average. We even measured the public school education levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through Colorado starts in La Junta, located a short drive from Pueblo on Route 50. The unemployment rate is the 5th highest in the state, and home prices are the 2nd lowest in Colorado. Sometimes low prices are good, but in this case it's because there's little demand to live way out in a boring place with little opportunity. About an hour west of Durango along Route 160 is the lousy Colorado city of Cortez. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. In Cortez, unemployment's an issue, crime is far above average, and lots of people here are broke. Plus, for a decent job, you'd have to schlep to Durango back and forth every day for work. Yuck. What's some good news about Cortez? Well, judging by the number of meth labs here, it sounds like you can make some extra money on the weekends. Just make sure to make enough for the folks in Aurora. They're always ready to buy. Where's the 8th worst city to live in Colorado? The people in Grand Junction might not be too happy to hear it, but it's you. The main reason? Jobs. The unemployment rate here is hovering at about 7%. You might fall in love with the beauty and outdoor scene here, but can you maintain a good living? What's good about Grand Junction? Well, obviously some people love it here since they have these handsome t-shirts for sale for $43.99. Holy guacamole! Continuing our worst tour of Colorado, we come to Trinidad, an itty-bitty city along I-25 on your way to New Mexico. Trinidad is just below average in every category. Sure, it's filled with golly gee gosh darn nice people, but nearly 8% of people are out of work, home prices indicate there's no desire to live here, and crime is in the worst 20% in the state. What's good about Trinidad? Well, if you like Mexican food, there's just about more tacos per capita than anywhere else in Colorado. And if you want to get a sex change, this is the gender reassignment capital of the world, so that's fabulous. If you took your beat-up ride down Route 50 south of Grand Junction, before your car overheated, you come to Montrose, Colorado. Montrose has several problems. Mainly, school spending's the lowest in the state, and the unemployment rate is higher than anywhere else in the state outside of Pueblo. Is there anything good about Montrose? Well, the folks here make more money than the people in Greeley, so they can brag about that if they want to. We built this city, and now it sucks. Welcome to Alamosa, Colorado, the 5th worst place to live in the entire state. Statistically, Alamosa is the 2nd most dangerous place in Colorado. It sounds like if you don't lock something up at night here, it'll be gone by morning. Plus, Alamosa has the 3rd highest unemployment rate in the state. The good news? Alamosa has more sunny days than anywhere else in Colorado, so at least they have that. If you took Route 50 south of Grand Junction, the first big city you'd come to would be Delta. You just might want to keep driving. If you have kids and value good schools, Delta's not your place because the funding levels are the 2nd lowest in Colorado. And if you value good jobs, safety, and amenities, Delta's not your place either. However, if you like to stay in and watch movies, this small city has several Redbox rental machines where you can check out all the latest movies. If you have to commute to Denver, there's some really great options, one of which isn't Aurora. In fact, some people just say they're from Eastern Denver because of the stigma of saying they're from Aurora. Statistically, Aurora's in the bottom quarter of every category we measured, especially unemployment and crime. What's good about Aurora? Well, for some reason, it's the best place to catch Pokemon in the entire Denver metro area, so that's cool. The other, even worse place to live in the Denver area? That would be Commerce City. Commerce City has a really high unemployment rate and really high crime. In fact, you just might get iced if you have on the wrong hat, so you better play it safe if you want to stay out of trouble. And where's the worst city in Colorado? That would be Pueblo, hands down. One of a few Colorado cities that's dangerous and with a really bad economy. Pueblo is the murder capital of Colorado. The unemployment rate is by far the highest in the state, and home prices are some of the lowest in the state as a result. Sure, there's a lot of culture here, and it's more affordable than Denver, but there's some serious issues that Pueblo needs to address. When you're in some of the worst Colorado communities, some parts might be hard to tell apart, but you can tell who's from Pueblo though. They're the ones with the 40, the pistol, the beat-up car, and a pit bull. If you don't live in Pueblo or any of the other Colorado cities we mentioned, you don't have it too badly. And on the bright side, if you do live in one of the cities we mentioned, this may help keep the annoying Californians out. Congratulations.